I was gonna do a record request and I wasn't here early enough the other day.
A record request?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already got it if y'all want to give me a stamp copy. Huh?
Are you filming us right now?
Huh?
Are you filming us right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't do that.
that's illegal in the police station.
I don't think it is.
He's the chief of police, sir.
This is a secure government building. You can't film it. Your police turn it off.
I ain't gonna turn it off.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Southern Draw Law. My name is James White, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor, former police officer. Well, today comes as some form of good news because we have an update on a video that we actually just put out a couple days ago. You may or may not remember, but we did a story a couple days ago where a man from Hazard who wanted to sort of dip his toes in the waters of First Amendment auditing decided to go and pay an audit visit on his local police station, which was in Hazard, Kentucky. He went in, he wanted a public records request. He stumbled a little bit over his words, but nothing that would have created the sort of dynamic that existed by the end of the video. So his name was Dallas Campbell, and the name of his YouTube channel is Appalachian News First. So just in case you're not even familiar with what happened, I'll pop up the video here that Dallas sent me so you can watch the interaction in its entirety. It's only about 6 minutes, and then we'll come back and close off.
I was gonna do a record request and I wasn't here early enough the other day.
A record request?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it an accident?
It's like I got like 5 of them.
Accident reports?
No. Just like basic stuff. Like a list of all employees and hire date and salary, and then like which.
Like a background check on them, or
Just like their media. I got a YouTube channel. Like a personnel file of each officer. Or just like,
Of the officers?
yeah. I mean, not their actual like complaints and stuff like that. Just their hire date, their name, salary.
Well, they can't release the salary.
Oh yeah, they will. That's absolutely public record.
You can ask him, not unless you work here. They can't.
Well, just take my request and send it to your clerk, and they'll deny it.
I am the clerk, honey. I'm trying to figure it out, but you can lose that attitude. You don't have to be rude and towards me.
I ain't got an attitude.
You sound very hateful. You really do.
Sorry you feel that way.
I'm trying to help you, but I'm not understanding what you're saying.
I know.
I can't give you information on the officers. Now, I could give you a list with their name on it and their badge number.
Yeah.
Like, I can't give you, like, their pay and stuff like that.
You can fill out a records request. Bring it back. We're not violent.
It's not.
Y'all got a form?
I don't know.
You're the records clerk?
We've had something like
She's the records clerk?
Yeah, but I don't do, like, it's like I do accident reports, honey. Like, you know, like if you get in a wreck and you need to come get that accident report to take it to court or a CAD, is mainly what I'm for.
Right.
I'm not like the payroll clerk and stuff like that. They're hiring someone else to do that. But you know what am I looking for? A request form? I think I have it. This is a dispatch request form. That's not what he needs, is it? I don't think that girl is here before me every 3 of them when I pulled up. I've got information request forms to dispatch, if that would be, I don't know.
But just put it in writing that you're requesting records and put down what you want.
Yeah, that's all you got. You can fill it out on a blank sheet. The law says you can fill it out on a blank sheet of paper. Anything. You can fill it out on anything, a records request.
That's what I said, fill it out on something.
I already got it if y'all want to give me a stamp copy. Huh?
Are you filming us right now?
Huh?
Are you filming us right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you can't do that.
that's illegal in the police station.
I don't think it is.
He's the chief of police, sir.
This is a secure government building, you can't film it here, please turn it off.
I ain't gonna turn it off.
Then beat it,
Huh?
beat it,
Beat it.
beat it. You can't film it here, I told you it's illegal. You can't.
What's the law?
Wait just a minute, I'll show you.
I did print you off the list. It's, I know it's a little hard to
Turn
read.
your camera off or leave.
What law will I break?
I told you this is a secure government building, you cannot film here.
I disagree.
I don't care. Well,
What if I don't leave?
if you don't leave, I'll make you leave. Now, are you gonna leave or not? Comments about coming here and arrest this guy. Why are you doing this?
Because the media should have a right to that information.
So you should have a right to come here and argue with the police chief about whether or not you can film here.
I'm not trying to
I'm telling you, turn your camera off, leave, give you one more chance. And you go turn your camera off, leave.
Don't touch my camera.
Because I can't. Unless I'm about to get sick of you.
Just arrest me.
I am. Damn, I'm waiting on somebody to come down
Don't
here
put
and
your
arrest
hands on
you.
me.
Don't put my hands on.
No.
Let me tell you something, bud. You don't come in here and tell me what to do. This is my police station.
You work for the people, though.
I work for the city of Hazard. I don't work for you. You don't come in here and tell me what to do. You don't come in here and tell me what I have to do and say. You understand that?
I hear you.
Just sit down. Sit down right here.
They're not gonna like that.
All right. Absolutely ridiculous. You come in here and have yourself put in jail for no reason. But turn that back on. I'm telling you.
Now, I would like to be able to take credit for this, but the truth is that only like 12,000 people saw my video, and Lackluster did it, where I'm sure, close to 1 million people saw it, and San Joaquin Valley Transparency also did it. So the truth is that I'll take a small piece of the credit, but most people had already heard about this rogue chief by the time my video made its way to the airways. But because Dallas did reach out to me individually, and I have established some communication with him, he sent me an email this morning letting me know that this happened. This story comes to us from the WYMT Mountain News, which is a CBS affiliate in that area. So as you can see, the headline here says, Hazard Police Chief Fired. And I've noticed that Lackluster does already have his title updated, so I'm assuming Dallas sent him the email too. And it reads, the Hazard City Commission met in executive session Monday night and unanimously decided to fire Hazard Police Chief Darren Williams. We've reported on 2 lawsuits filed against Williams recently. Hazard City Manager Tony Ebersole said the commission approved his recommendation to terminate Police Chief Williams in his position in the city. And they say, quote, hopefully the city can move forward and Chief Williams can continue to move forward. We wish him the best and hope for the good for everybody. The meeting was adjourned directly after this. So they went into executive session just to fire the chief. Williams was not at Monday night's meeting and has not commented on the lawsuits. So in closing, I do like the fact that the Hazard City Commission took action, but this is what troubles me about it. This happened in July. It was very clearly, any lawyer with a pulse, even a lawyer who loves the government and loves the cops and is even a prosecutor, even an active duty prosecutor would have been able to look at this and say, no crime, no disorderly, no menacing, clear First Amendment retaliation here. In fact, I guess it's true that actually did happen because the lawyer, the prosecutor who was charged with presenting the case to the court, dismissed it, which I assume was based on the fact that there was no crime committed and that the Commonwealth couldn't make out the essential elements of the crime even for the purposes of probable cause. Now, one thing some people don't know that, and you know, lawyers understand this because we have to understand it, but there is an actual ethical rule that says that prosecutors are not to bring a charge for which they can't make out probable cause. And so if you can't prove the elements of the crime and you don't think you can make probable cause, that means you certainly are not going to be able to make proof beyond a reasonable doubt. But what you have to understand is that the difference between probable cause and proof beyond a reasonable doubt, in most cases, is the difference between one human trained in the law, i.e., a judge, or a grand jury finding probable cause for an indictment, and a jury of your peers as fact finder in a trial. And so, if you can make out probable cause as a prosecutor, then there's a reasonable likelihood that you could present that case to the jury. But where they can kind of take the heat off themselves is they say, well, if I can make out probable cause, well, then I'll leave it on the jury. If the jury acquits them, fine. If the jury convicts them, fine. It's not on me anymore. So it's almost like it's like a blame game shift that prosecutors can play. But in this case, and in many like it, you can't even make out probable cause to get it past the judge or to make a good faith offering to the grand jury in your area in order to get an indictment or in order to get a probable cause finding of any sort. And so where that is the truth and that's the case, you have no choice ethically but to dismiss the case. And so that's what's happened here. But what bothers me about it, I guess, is that this happened in July. Everybody knew that this was going on in July. It took Lackluster covering it, and San Joaquin Valley Transparency covering it, and me covering it, and LEX18 covering it, and WYMT covering it, and him actually filing a lawsuit, and that being coupled with a lawsuit from the previous chief deputy who accused this chief of destroying evidence. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, guys. It doesn't take that much to figure this out. The guy has no clue what he's doing, had no business running any police department, even if it's a podunk town like Hazard, Kentucky. It doesn't matter. You still have tax-paying citizens who don't want their constitution pissed on and don't want their rights trampled on by some tyrant who doesn't understand where his authority ends and begins. So anyway, this is a happy news update. I'll stay in touch with Dallas and try to see where his lawsuit ends up. I do expect that this is going to be some sort of damages. It could be a substantial amount of money that gets paid out because they've already moved to fire the chief. The basic hurdles in any sort of civil litigation are, one, that you don't have a criminal conviction related to the transaction or occurrence. So we're past that. That's generally the biggest hurdle. Two is qualified immunity. I don't see how he gets qualified immunity because I can't think of any reasonable person who could look at that and think that he had even arguable probable cause to make an arrest in that situation. He just made an arrest because he didn't like what the guy was doing and then attached a bunch of stuff to it. So I think he probably loses qualified immunity too. And then the third hurdle is generally that the department or the government that employs this person is standing behind them. Well, that's not the case either. So my assumption will be that there'll be some sort of a settlement made in the very near future. Anyway, that's all for this one, guys. Thanks for sticking it out. If you'd like to support the Southern Draw Law channel, I don't do any type of memberships, but I will leave my Venmo and PayPal link both here on the screen as well as in the description. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave a comment on the video. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Leave a comment on there as well. Until I see you again, take care. Always film your interactions with the police and keep your evidence to yourself.